I was told the lighting in my last video looked a bit grainy, but I've got these. I've got these. Let's explore the Amazon store. Let's explore the Amazon store. Let's explore the Amazon store. By far and away the most common type of music book that you'll get on Amazon is unofficial biographies of artists that are beloved by boomers. One such book is Mark Lewisohn's The Beatles, All These Years, Extended Special Edition, which is so extended and special that it doesn't even include the entirety of Volume 1. With books like this, they love to throw around the word definitive. Not only is Mark's book definitive, it's also the first true and accurate account of the Beatles, which I have to say, I'm not sure I believe. I'm not sure every single other book is a liar, but listen, that's just my opinion. Mark with a C has a story of the Eagles that is somehow both the definitive history and also the untold story. When we do the look inside for the untold story of the Eagles, we see the previous cover, which was actually just a zoomed in photo of his dick.
And I hate the fucking Eagles, man.
Michael Jackson, all the songs, the story behind every track. I'm not a writer, but I thought you could only do that once in a title. This in-depth, captivating book is the full story of every single song that Michael Jackson recorded and released during his long and remarkable solo career. Every single song. That's a lot of songs. That's value for money right there. My favourite review is this one, which is 5 stars and says, although it's not perfect, there's like 1 to 2% of mistakes here and there which are ignorable. It is a must buy and worth every penny. Okay, this one has me baffled, for real. So it's called Notes from the Velvet Underground, The Life of Lou Reed by Howard Sounds. Alright, that's a great title. That's an A1 title. Already, I want to buy the book. But below that, it says, compelling, The Sunday Telegraph. Alright, I understand that. The Sunday Telegraph, as a quote, they said it was compelling. And then it says, controversial. Sounds' book pushes the standard Reed narrative. Am I losing my mind here? Okay, if it pushes the standard Reed narrative, then that's the opposite of controversial. That's a criticism because it's playing it safe. Unless, right, the controversy is how run-of-the-mill and by the numbers this book is. In which case, why the fuck would you put that at the top of your Amazon listing? The book also promises to bring Lou Reed and his world alive. Not only is that not grammatical, that's not a promise you can make about an actual dead person. It means something else if you say it about a person. To celebrate the release of the 100th Now album, the story of Now That's What I Call Music in 100 Artists looks back at some of the most memorable, and occasionally regrettable, hits of the last 35 years. I am being 100% sincere when I say this is less disingenuous than the listing for Notes from the Velvet Underground. But I do think it's worth pointing out that at 240 pages, it is in fact thinner than my copy of The C Programming Language by Kernighan and Ritchie. Here we've got another song-by-song book, this time for Electric Light Orchestra. Compare it with this Wikipedia page. We can only click on a fraction of the songs here. We're going through the look inside preview here, and about 80% of it looks like this. And I'm just going to come out and say it. It looks shockingly like the default Microsoft Word template that they've just pasted pictures into. Pink Floyd book. This one's album by album, so I suppose Pink Floyd must just have too many songs for Martin Popoff to go through individually. 2 reviews here. First one says, 2 stars. A dull read with subjective views on Floyd albums by people with no connection to Floyd. But as a counterpoint, Mr. Roman Demkowski says, 5 stars. What can be said of Pink Floyd that hasn't already been said? What I like about this review is that it seems to be reviewing the band itself rather than the book. And in fact, if you think about what he's actually saying, he's just pointing out that the book's redundant. However, great book. Finally, a music book for readers like me, who've enjoyed previous works such as The C Programming Language by Kernighan and Ritchie. This 2015 book sees multiple different writers articulating what they think the cultural impact of Kanye West is. What is this? My Twitter timeline? On the topic of Kanye West's 2009 VMA interruption, writer Nicholas D. Krebs has this to say. Despite being lynched by society at large for his act, West's aspirations for equity and power were not crushed. Cognizant of the rules of meritocracy and consumer culture, West continues to master the meritocratic merry-go-round with a pragmatic and relative form of humanism, predicated on a simple premise. Neoliberalism is incongruent with democratic enfranchisement, and meritocracy is nothing more than a fantastic lie obscuring the oppressive social realities of the United States. 1 star. Don't bother.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But
Sylvia Din.
had one of the best videos of all time.